Hi guys, welcome. I'm PHX 2.0 and if you love deep house, you need to listen to this. So let me press play.
How did it all start for you, Grootman? Like, how did you know I'm gonna make a living out of this and I'll do this for the rest of my life?
You know, a funny thing happened after matric. I went to tertiary. Guess what I was going to study? I was going to be a doctor.
A doctor.
I went to a medical school.
Yeah.
Before I even go far, bro, this is crazy. He was gonna be a doctor and then he chose to be a musician or a DJ over being a doctor. It's a little bit crazy for me. So, which means this guy was a genius because not anybody can just qualify to be a doctor just like that. In order to be accepted in a university to be a doctor, you must be good at maths and science first of all. But he left that to be a DJ. Yeah, if I was let me just say it like this because it's a crook man. You can say that. I wanted to say that I'm sure the parents, when they heard about it, they freaked out. So let me continue.
By Medunza.
Medunza.
Okay.
6 months.
Was enough.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just caught the bug. This thing was just calling me slowly, and eventually I got a call. I was in Pretoria. Came to Jozi. Here we are.
And at the time, I mean, no kenako, this is tertiary, untwana.
Look, matric, tertiary, and then I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. You know, you just go with the flow. Like, moya oya kwa, you just follow.
But what about worried?
And they didn't even know I was in Jozi.
Yeah. Jozi, ukopana lebo mang, how did you guys even start House Africa Records?
So Jozi, the call came from...
You know, like I didn't know that this guy was part of House Africa Records. But I've been listening to those albums, maybe because I'm not that old, you know. I started listening to Deep House in 2018 when I was in university. I was doing my first year, so it's not that I mean, it's just maybe 8 years to 7 years back, I'm not sure, but around there. So I didn't know, but I just knew, I used to know that there is Uncle, it's Vinny. I used to listen to some of the music that is... actually, the mixes, it's always been mixes, I wanted to lie, but from him, always mixes. So listen to the story. I just want to know how he got into the industry, but him leaving tertiary for music and you were going to be a doctor, this is crazy, man.
Edgar. Remember Edgar? Bra Edgar.
Oh, Bra Edgar, yes.
The late Bra Edgar.
Never meet a Suge Night.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. You know, may soul rest in peace.
Yeah, man. And he called me up. He says, "My man, I got a gig for you."
Edgar Calabash, ne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is Hillbro at the time.
This is before Calabash.
Before Calabash.
Yeah.
So, and then
All right. He got a gig, but I think they didn't tell us if he was getting paid for that gig. If I was getting paid and maybe it was a reasonable amount, I think I was gonna have the same idea as well. Because for you to quit school, you must see that I can really get something out of what I'm doing right now.
I came to Jozi for a weekend, stayed at this place. I played Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, I was in a taxi back to Pretoria. And then I came back again the following week. And I think that changed my life. Like, it was Pitori very late for some reason. And get a taxi to... So I'm coming to Hillbro. But I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to get to Hillbro from... at night, because the taxis are Jozi, they are fair.
Yeah.
So, and then somebody says, no, go to Tembisa. Tembisa will take you to North. And then North, Hillbro. But go North, ahona taxi yang Hillbro.
Yeah, but also rapport plus.
Ahona taxi yang Hillbro. So it's already vinyl back day 2, and I'm walking up from North to Hillbro.
Azangba fitlis.
All right, so let's just continue. I had to attend that, otherwise somebody was gonna keep knocking, you know. So let me just continue, okay?
I was so scared.
So
So you know what what I was doing? You
Yeah.
walk up and then you see people coming in front of you.
Jumpa strata.
Uchapa strata, and then Otola alley, you walk through the alley, there's more people. No, I'm going back and then I'm taking another street.
Hey, first of all, this is crazy, bro. I don't think, even now, like at this time, I can go to Josie like at night, especially using a taxi, bro. I'm very afraid of Josie. And what I know is that a lot of people from Pretoria, because it's from Pretoria, are afraid of Josie, man. Like, I wanted to put it like, I don't know how to put it in Zulu, but they are afraid to get mugged in Josie. So, I don't know how he did it at night, especially Hillbrow, bro. I think that place is dangerous, especially right now. I don't know at that time because I don't even know which year is this. I'm sure it's a long way back. So let's continue.
So I got to Hillbrow, maybe 11, straight to the club. I started playing. Even Edgar was worried. Like those days, no cell phone, nothing. So yeah. And then Edgar, Joe, this thing of you going home, go by FL. Gilai, stay here. I've got a big place. Like here I have an amazing apartment in Hillbrow.
Yeah.
And I stayed there.
I think that's was part of them. It was part of the motivation, seeing someone having a nice place to stay, and maybe the person didn't even go to school. Like, why can't I do the same if it's gonna work out for me? And I think it's really worked very well, man. It really worked very perfectly.
That's how it happened.
And I got up on my high point.
Yeah.
I got up on my razzmatazz.
Now what is that chicken here? I go high point.
You know. I hope Lady Pies spa.
So I think that's what changed my life, and I decided this is it. And then, unfortunately, because now you wait for the weekend to go play.
Yeah.
So I got nothing to do during the week. Then I'm going to the record store, House Africa, Groove Records, Christos. So I went to House Africa this one day to go buy a vinyl. Team White. Man, I got there, I bought records, and I'm like, and he asked me, what are you doing during the week? I said, nothing. And I said, would you give me a job here? Just like that. He said, yes. I said, when do I start? He says, you can start now. Immediately.
Yeah.
And that's how House Africa happened.
How did it all start for you?
Hey man, that's crazy, man. So he became part of House Africa just because he got a job that, like, that time. How much was the job paying? How was it, man? But it's a crazy story, man. Like how he got into this music thing, like the music industry and stuff. Like it's very crazy. So. But in my mind, I thought maybe he started House Africa Records, but it seems like it has been doing very well before he joined it. If they had a store where they were selling vinyls and stuff, how you can tell that already the label was already there and it was doing very well. But guys, anyway, shout out to the legend, man, Vinci. Shout out to DJ Spoo as well. He's the one who's doing the interview. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Stick around. I still have a lot of content coming. So if you are new here, I'm PHX 2.0 and I'm a music producer and a DJ. Please like and subscribe.